Assalamu alaikum. I'm an education value student of Rehan College Munawwar campus.
Wa alaikum assalam. It's good to have you back. What's on your mind today?
आज का हमारा टॉपिक है द बेनिफिट ऑफ लर्निंग अ न्यू लैंग्वेज.
Oh, I love that topic. There's something about the way a new language completely changes how you see the world. What got you thinking about this?
Have you ever learned a new language?
I haven't, but I've heard that the process of learning one is a total workout for the brain. Are you looking to pick up a specific language or just exploring the idea?
Which language would you like to learn and why?
If I could, I'd go for something like Italian. It just sounds so musical and passionate. Plus, the food and the art, I feel like the language is the key to all that beauty. What about you? Is there one that's been calling your name?
Why is learning a new language important?
For one, it's like opening a door to a whole different way of thinking. When you learn a new language, you're not just swapping words, you're discovering how other people categorize their emotions and experiences. It can be a huge confidence booster too, and it's wild how it can actually make you better at problem solving in your own native language. Do you feel like it would help you more with your studies or maybe just for the travel side of things?
How can a new language help in your career?
It's a massive advantage. In a global economy, being bilingual makes you way more versatile. It can open up roles in international business or diplomacy that are just closed to people who only speak one language. Plus, from a purely psychological angle, it shows an employer that you've got the discipline and the mental agility to tackle something really difficult. Do you think being multilingual would give you an
Does learning a new language improve communication skills?
absolutely? It forces you to pay closer attention to how you're communicating, the nuance, the tone, and the way people actually react to what you're saying. It's like you become more aware of the machinery of language itself. Do you find that you're already quite precise with your words, or do you prefer a more spontaneous style?
Can learning a new language help you make new friends?
Oh, definitely. It's probably one of the fastest ways to build a real connection with someone. Like there's a kind of trust that forms when you try to speak someone's native tongue, even if you're stumbling over the words, because it shows you actually care about their culture and their perspective. Do you enjoy meeting people from different backgrounds?
Do you think learning a new language improve memory?
In a direct Oh, you meant memory. It actually does. There's a lot of research showing that it's like a gym for your brain. It strengthens the neural pathways and can even delay things like dementia later in life. It's basically keeping your mind sharp by forcing it to juggle different sets of rules and vocabulary. Do you ever feel like you're forgetting things lately, or are you just curious about the brain science side of it?
What is the most difficult part of learning a new language?
Honestly, for most people, it's the fear of sounding silly. That's that middle phase where you know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to be fluent. And you're just hoping you didn't accidentally say something weird. Then there's the grammar. Some languages have rules that feel like they were designed just to confuse us. Which part of learning something new usually feels the most daunting to you? Why would you say that? I'm curious what's making you feel that way right now. Fair enough. We can definitely leave that alone. What do you think is the best way to actually get a language to stick, like through apps or actually talking to people?
Do you use any language learning app?
I don't. I've heard Duolingo's little green owl is pretty persistent about reminders, though. Do you have a favorite app you've used, or do you prefer learning from a teacher? That's a totally honest answer. Sometimes the best way to start is just by diving in without a plan. Have you ever tried just listening to music or watching shows in another language to see if anything clicks?
How can watching movies help you learn a language?
It's such a great way to pick up the natural flow of a language. You get to hear how people actually talk, the slang, the rhythm, pauses, which you usually don't find in a textbook. Plus, seeing the actor's expressions and the context of the scene helps your brain connect the words to the meaning without you even having to translate it in your head. Do you have a favorite movie or genre that you'd be willing to watch with subtitles?
Can reading book improve your language skills?
Huge. It really does. Reading exposes you to a much wider range of vocabulary and more complex sentence structures than you'll hear in a casual conversation. It's like the difference between knowing how to chat at a party and knowing how to write a professional letter. Plus, you can go at your own pace and look up words the second you see them. Do you usually prefer reading stories or nonfiction when you're trying to learn something?
What motivates
That
people
sounds like
to learn a new language?
that's a solid question. For a lot of people, it's basically the global passport, whether it's for university, landing a better job, or just being able to navigate almost any country in the world. The practical pull is huge. But then there are people who just love the music, the movies, or the internet culture that comes with it. Do you think the pressure to learn English is more about professional success or just wanting to connect with more people?
How does learning a new language increase confidence?
I think you mean language. It's like a superpower for your confidence. When you finally have that first conversation where you actually understand what's happening and you're able to respond, it's an incredible rush. It proves to you that you can tackle something incredibly complex and come out the other side. And that feeling usually spills over into other parts of your life too.
What advice would you give to beginners?
My biggest piece of advice is to embrace the awkwardness. Don't wait until you feel ready or perfect to start speaking because that day never actually comes. Just dive in, make 1,000 mistakes, and laugh at yourself when you mess up. The more you're willing to sound a bit silly, the faster you'll actually learn. Do you think you'd be more comfortable starting with a language partner or maybe something more private like an app?
What are the biggest benefits of learning a new language?
If I had to narrow it down, I'd say it's the mental flexibility and the connection. You get this cognitive boost that keeps your brain sharp, but you also get to step outside your own perspective and see the world through someone else's eyes. It's a total shift in how you exist in the world. Does that sound like the most appealing part to you, or is it more about the practical side, like your career?